Hi, welcome to another episode of Eat to Explore with Rowena. And holidays just around the corner. And so today we are actually doing a baking box. And it's our German baking box. We're making several German cookies in time for the holiday. All right, let's unbox and see. So with our Germany box, you'll learn everything about Germany, fun facts, monuments, history, geography, art, language, and then go online to your online content and you get more information to learn about the country. And then this recipe, we have three baking three cookies that we're going to make. Today, we're actually going to do the vanilla crescent cookies, my favorite. Also in the box, you have a cookie mold to make the star cookie. Also, all the special ingredients in addition to your pantry ingredients to make the cookies. All right, let's start. Today we're going to make the vanilla crescent cookies. And there's some fun facts about the cookie. Did you know that it was actually, the cookie started in Austria 400 years ago? And the interesting is to celebrate a victory over the Ottoman Turks. And that's why it's in the shape of the crescent, which is the moon, which kind of signified the Turkish banner. Such interesting facts, right? So, and today you can find these cookies all over Eastern Europe, as well as Germany, Austria, Poland. So let's start and make some cookies. What you need is super simple. You need some flour, a cold butter. You need two of them, 2 eggs, and then powdered sugar. And we're gonna add the pecan and also the vanilla sugar that we got from Germany. So step one, we're going to prep the nut sugar mixture. So you get a package of pecan. You can chop it up, but if you have a food processor, I have a mini food processor or a nut grinder, you can just put them in the processor, and I'm just going to quickly ground it. Just going to ground it into like a meal, not too fine. Okay, so this is how it is after you ground it. Sort of like a meal, not too kind of chopped, but not too fine. Okay, so now we're gonna put it in a bowl. We're gonna add sugar. You want to get as much as pecan as you can. They're delicious. So, and now we're adding 1.5 cup of powdered sugar. So make sure you measure it evenly. I use a half cup, so times 3. Kind of a math for the kids. Fun math. Okay. And now I'm going to mix the vanilla sugar. Now I'm going to add the vanilla sugar in there. Right. Mix this well. And then we're going to remove 1 cup, and that's for the coating, and then use the other remaining amount for the cookie. You know, the cookie itself is actually not too sweet, but the sugar coating is what makes it sweet. So don't shy at the end in adding the sugar mixture on top. And now we're going to set aside 1 cup for the coating at the end. Next, we're going to separate out the egg white from the egg yolk. 2 eggs. This is how you do it. Crack gently. Kind of split them in half. Okay. And then just switch the egg yolk from one to the other. And this will let you get rid of the white. Okay, so there you go. Move this here. A little bit of white, it's fine, but you don't want all the egg white. So split in half, get rid of the white, gently. Okay, we got 2 egg white. Okay, now step 3, we're gonna mix the butter with the flour. And so it's 2 cups of all-purpose flour. And if you want to do gluten-free, you can use gluten-free flour as well. So 2 cups. I have half a cup here. Again, another fun math. So 2 cups will be, if you use half a cup, will be 4 half cups. So it's fun to get the kids to think and do some math while we cook. All right. So now we're gonna add the remaining sugar, sugar pecan mix, and then we're gonna add the whole butter. So I have 2 sticks of butter, and make sure it's cold. And actually, we're gonna add a pinch of salt as well. Okay, so now we're adding the whole butter. 2 sticks over here. I'm gonna then add a pinch of salt. So maybe a little bit extra. And now we are just gonna cut the butter into smaller pieces before we use our finger to kind of mix the and mix up the butter into the flour mix. Okay, you can also, if you have a pastry cutter, you can do that too, which actually will be easier. But if you don't have it, you're using a knife to just cut it into pieces is fine too. And then you just use your hand to crumble them, mix it well, almost like a mixture of coarse crumbs. Okay, so this is fun for the kids to do. If you have two children to help, you can even split it up. So one can do one butter, and another person can do another butter, and then you can mix it up at the end and make sure everyone have fun. It's always kind of nice to cook and bake together. So I'm just cutting it very roughly. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just cut it into small pieces, coating it with the flour, and then I'm gonna mix it into a crumb. So we'll show you. Get as small pieces as you can. So this is how you do it. I usually like to just chop them up a little bit more. Like I said, if you have a pastry cutter, just mix it and it's a lot easier. If you don't have it, doesn't matter. Okay, now what you then do is really break up the butter and mix it into the flour. So I usually like to just push the butter, make it into smaller pieces, and just mix it with the mixture of flour and sugar. Yummy part. So you know that it's done when you run your fingers through it and then there's no chunky butter. Okay, it's like crumbs, like breadcrumbs. Okay, so now we are gonna add the 2 egg yolks into this mixture. Okay, and use your finger to mix them into like a dough. And it looks a little crumbly at the beginning, but it will come together. It'll get a little messy, but you can just remove all the dough from one hand and then I usually like to use my right hand to just mix it well. So now it's becoming soft and just so just knead it a little bit like this. So see, now you have sort of like a nice dough. And so now you have a nice dough, like this, okay? Put this aside, put put some flour on your counter, and then we're gonna roll this. I'm gonna put in basically 2 halves, and I'm gonna gently roll this into like a 8, about this inch, about this big of the log, and then we're gonna put this aside. I'm gonna put them in the fridge. Okay, and leave it for about 30 minutes. I put both roll into a flat wrap, saran wrap, and then I'm gonna put them in the fridge. So here's the baking tray with the parchment paper. I'm gonna put it aside, and I'm gonna go bring out the cookie dough that's in the fridge that's been there for 30 minutes. So here you are. This is one of them. Super easy. We are going to now cut this. And now we're going to cut this dough into a 1/2 inch pieces. So just going to do that now. You should get about 20 thereabout. This recipe is super easy to make and it's delicious. Got the nutty taste, vanilla. All right, so this is more than 20. So, and then what you do, I'm going to remove the plastic wrap. Don't overcrowd it, so put in like this. So I'm going to continue making this. The oven is preheated at 350 Fahrenheit. So like this, when you got a chunk, just push in the middle with your second finger. And there you go. You got a little crescent. Fun for children to do this. See that? All right, I'm going to keep doing this and then put this in the oven. I'm going to show you one more time. Same thing, just use your finger, push it in the middle, and twist it, kind of wrap it around your finger. There you go. One more time. Take one piece, put your finger in the middle, and then kind of wrap it around your second finger. There you go. Okay, one more time. And this is one. Just wrap it around your second finger and keep pushing it till you get a little crescent. You should be able to make around 20 to 24, like 2 dozen of cookies. So plenty to enjoy. Okay, now this is right out of the oven. So you can see it's golden, especially on the edges. I'm going to let it cool down a little bit because if it's too hot, you're going to melt the mixture now because you want to coat it when it's sort of slightly warm and not hot. But when it's too cold, it doesn't coat either. So I'm going to let it cool down for like a minute or two, okay? And then I'm going to start coating it. I think this is perfect. So this is how you do this. Okay, now this is perfect. Nice and a little warm. So I'm going to coat it. Okay, I'm going to put it in that mixture. Sort of make sure you have it nicely coated like this. Look. Now it's ready. I'm going to keep doing this until we have all the cookie done. And make sure you kind of have it nicely, have enough sugar in it. Remember, don't do this when it's too hot, when it's straight out of the oven, because then you're going to melt the sugar. So if you do this, if you have extra leftover, you can actually put them in the freezer or put them in the fridge and you'll last for quite a few days. Here you go, your beautiful vanilla crescent cookies. I'm going to taste one right now. Mm, mm. Buttery. Yummy. Oh. Get rid of the sugar. I see sugar. Well, thank you for another episode of Eat to Explore with Rowena. We're baking vanilla crescent cookies from Germany. I hope you enjoy it and enjoy the holiday and make all the cookies and happy holiday. Bye.